I am Nick Shell, a certified Enneagram coach, and you're watching my video on Enneagram 2 based on what I learned from this book, which is hard to see because it's almost the same color as my walls in here. The Honest Enneagram by Sarajane Case. So if you want to check this book out, I obviously highly recommend it. There's a link right there. You can buy it off of Amazon if you want to learn what your Enneagram type is and have about 10 minutes and don't mind it being free. There's a link for that right there too. Or if you want to be like me and become certified for Enneagram, you can do that as well. The links are all right there for you. Let's get to it. What's funny is I took very little notes about Enneagram 2, but in the process of reading this book, I fully understood that my 6-year-old daughter is actually a 2. I thought she was a 7, but this book helped teach me otherwise as I started getting into the subtypes. And that's when I realized, and I'll make a separate video of it later, but so many Enneagram types can look like the other based on a certain subtype, which I'll get into that a little bit later. But what am I? Apparently I'm actually a 7, but the subtype throws it off and it makes me look like an 8 sometimes. So we'll get to that in that video, but in a similar way, that's how it was for my daughter, being a 2. So I want to get to that. The nickname that Sarajane, the author, had said that 2s are the hidden warriors. They get their needs met without asking if they're self-preservation by being cute and childlike, which is funny. That's my daughter. There's a lady that goes to my church. She's probably my age, and I can see kind of a grown-up version of that. That, oh yeah, oh okay, that's a personality that exists even when they grow up. Or if they're a social subtype, they try to get their needs met without asking by trying to be powerful and influential. I know at least one person like this, and I would actually put Andy Bernard on The Office, that character, as that social subtype of a 2. And then lastly, the sexual subtype of the 1-to-1, they use flattery and seduction to get their needs met. And I know people like that as well. So other notes that I have on 2s that I learned from reading this book. 2s feel their worth is equal to how wanted they are. 2s are the person who make you feel the most loved in your life. And I gotta say, when I think about how my daughter interacts with me, I never wonder if I'm loved. I always know, and I don't ever have to hear her say those words. I know it by how kind she is and how she wants to spend time with me in every way that I would need someone to show me that they love me. I always know that and never would I have to question that with my daughter. I can see that. It says 2s are powerful in service. I can see that with her. She is constantly writing thank you notes to people who barely deserve it. She offers to give me a massage. She walks on my back, which I constantly need because I'm at the gym 6 days a week. I need that. Perfect. It says 2s spend much energy focused on the state of their relationships. Absolutely, I see that with my daughter because, again, she's doing thank you notes. She's how can I help people? That's very important to her. It says 2s often see others as that person actually wishes to be seen. And I think that's very interesting. I think that's part of why I can feel so loved by my daughter, because I have a perception of who I am, for better or worse, and she can see that. So that's interesting, and I can agree. It says 2s, they have to have, it's hard to have their love matched by others. They're so good at expressing love to others that it's hard for anyone to be able to return that gift back to them. It says 2s ask for more help than others, which that's good. It's good to ask for help when you need it, and I can see that with my daughter. 2s have pride that they won't have their needs met, even though they do. 2s fear that they will lose people by asking for help. So I think that's very interesting stuff. So yeah, now I know, thanks to reading this book, my daughter is a 2, but specifically she's the self-preservation subtype, which looks like a 7. I would have never questioned that she wasn't a 7 until I read this book. Your comments belong right here.